workers to stop mining, and more roaches. These Hellions going in to harass once again. These roaches decide they've had enough. They're coming back to get them. The sentry tower goes right back up. In the production tab, we see STEM going on, as well as infantry weapons. More upgrades for the Zerg army. These roaches are probably going to surround these Hellions. But the Hellions were able to, with the help of the scan, they were able to take out more drones. I think the huge difference in this game is that LiquidTLO still does not know about this base. Oh, this is bad. I don't think he knows how far behind he is economically. Army count right now showing 190 over 140. I think this is very soon MaDFroG's going to go in for the kill. He has an overwhelming number of forces. Even though Terran is great at defending, I don't know how long he'll be able to hold off this 4-base Zerg versus 3-base Terran currently. In the unit production tab, we see a couple of Ultralisks coming out, the ultimate unit against these tanks. They're able to sustain heavy damage and still charge right through. I think this is a really good unit mix because there are some Zerglings. Oh, a second hatchery goes down to eject more eggs, and we see some Hellions are coming out. Let's see if they go to the sentry tower and actually find out that there's an expansion. And they do, and LiquidTLO just realized how far behind he is at this point. And he sees one queen surrounds it and says, "You're not going anywhere, we're taking you down." In the meantime, MaDFroG has actually gotten 2 extra expansions up. I think this is looking very bad. And right now, MaDFroG has just shown his trump card. There is a total of 7. That's right, guys, 7 Ultralisks. I think this is a huge advantage. And also, if you notice, there's an Overlord spitting creep on here so that he will prevent the Terran player from taking it. And now we see a massive army. The army count of 199 over 160. I think this is it. I think the Zerg player is going to go for the kill. Once he gets his economy stable, I think he's going to go for it. He has so many extra hatcheries, so many upgrades. The Terran player has 1-2 upgrades, whereas the Zerg player has 2-2, and oh man, this is so bad. It's such a bad situation for the Terran player. I don't think the LiquidTLO will be able to hold this off. I don't know exactly what the Zerg MaDFroG is waiting for because he has such an overwhelming army size. Maybe he's actually waiting for the upgrades to finish. He's sending these overlords over to the side, but they are not full of any units. Here we see the queen's going to throw down a bunch of creep tumors to further spread the creep. It will help spread the creep faster, and it will also prevent the Terran player from taking this. The LiquidTLO scans, and he does see what's going on. Even though he wants to send his command center over there, he knows he cannot land. All these Zergs are saying, no, this is not where you want to be. MaDFroG smartly spreads creep here as well to prevent LiquidTLO from going and spreading his base to over here. His SCVs are going outside to put on command center, probably going to be a planetary defense to hopefully hold it off. I don't know how long LiquidTLO is going to be able to hold this off because he does not have that many minerals. If we look at the income, there is quite a bit of a difference right now in terms of gas, and gas is what drives tech, and tech is very important. We see a Night Swarm going inside LiquidTLO's base, and he's going to respond by moving all of his troops inside, and MaDFroG does not actually move any of his forces. I guess that was a diversion. MaDFroG wants to go in, he does not want to engage. And here we see, this is a good number of Banshees. None of these units can hit air, so MaDFroG doesn't actually have an answer to this right now, so I think he's going to try and prevent him from landing. He can't land, but they can't hit him at the same time. And LiquidTLO is going for this base. At the same time, a bunch of tanks sieged up, and Thors are over here, and a bunch of Marines and Marauders, no, mainly Marauders, only a couple of Marines, are charging after this heavily ground force Zerg. But they cannot hit air. They cannot hit air. And right now, MaDFroG is in trouble because LiquidTLO is able to take down 1 hatchery. He's taking on the 2nd hatchery. None of MaDFroG's units can hit air. This is kind of funny, having max 200 population, but you don't have any unit that hits air. This may prove to be MaDFroG's downfall. But oh no, MaDFroG is actually going in for the kill right now. He's sending all of his units into the base, whereas LiquidTLO is going for a counter attack. He's not going to defend his base. And he's going in. Oh, and then there was a bunch of corruptors. These corruptors should take down these Banshees, no problem. And then we see in the main base, everything is going down. I think this is just one massive A attack for MaDFroG. I don't think he really needs to micro this much, as everything is going down. These bunch of corruptors are trying to take down what's left of the Zerg, but I don't think he's going to be able to do too much. LiquidTLO is going for the economical damage, whereas MaDFroG is going for the kill. MaDFroG is going to be able to take down this base without much resistance. There's no units inside. LiquidTLO takes down one base, takes down some pros, but I think this might actually help MaDFroG because he's already max, and killing the drones will only give him more population to build more units. He does not need resources. As you see in the resource counting tab, he has well over 3,000 and over 500 resources. LiquidTLO is pummeling the expansions, but MaDFroG will still have one expansion running. LiquidTLO still has farming from one expansion. And oh man, I think this is GG. MaDFroG just took down all the production buildings of LiquidTLO. I don't see how he's going to be able to come back from this. He may be able to defend this position, but he's not going to be able to win the game. And LiquidTLO smartly GG's. And we do see Brewlord from the drones that die. MaDFroG has decided to go Brewlords. What an exciting game. I hope you guys have enjoyed that. And remember always to GG your games. If you don't want to GG your games, at least say GG your face. See you guys next time.